So we'll come to standing. Bring the feet together. Just ground down through the feet. So just feel all four corners of the feet. So you can either be in Tadasana with the palms facing forward and the arms loose, or hands at prayer at the chest. Close the eyes. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Once more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. If you've got your eyes closed, just gently open them and bring the arms by the side. Just bring your one hand to the tummy. We're just going to remind ourselves of the deep breathing. So as you inhale, feel the tummy expanding. And as you exhale, contracting. So it's a subtle movement in a way, because it's a bit odd to notice this. So inhale, the tummy's expanding. And as you exhale, feel it contracting. Just do a few more of those on your own. And then release both arms to the side. We're just going to do a few neck rolls. So bring the chin to the chest and then start moving the chin around so the head comes to the back. Left ear to the shoulder. Chin's coming back to the chest. Right ear to the right shoulder. Just keep moving the neck around. Very gentle movements. Just waking up the neck. And then we'll change directions. So moving now the opposite way with the neck. If you want to have your feet hip distance apart, then do so. And then bring your head back to neutral. Just roll the shoulders down. So everybody, if you haven't, take your feet hip distance apart. We'll bring the arms to shoulder height. And we're just going to start twisting the upper body. So bring the right arm into the chest, look over the left, take the left arm back, right. So just real loose movements. The arms don't need to be straight. If you want to go faster, you can. I'm not, because it does make me a bit dizzy. And then gently slow down and come back to center. We'll bring the feet together, interlace the hands, bring them to your chest. And then as you inhale, push them away, the palms are facing away. Exhale, bring back to the chest. Inhale, push away. Exhale, bring back to the chest. Keep moving in that way. And then we'll take the arms a little bit higher, so just above the head. Inhale, up above the head, exhale, back to the chest. So you're working the arms straight as you extend away. And then this time up above the head and back to the chest. Inhale, up above the head, exhale to the chest. And then keep the arms up there. So facing to the ceiling with the palms looking up to the ceiling. Just try and roll the shoulders a bit further down if they've started hinching up by your ears. Have a fixed point of focus, and we're going to come on to the tiptoes. Reaching the arms up, tucking the bottom under a little. Nice stretch into the toes. And then release the heels down, interlace the hands behind you. And just start pushing your pelvis forward slightly and reaching the hands down towards your feet, lifting the chest up to the ceiling. And if you can, start looking back with your head. It's just a very gentle back bend. And then if you can, still with your feet together, we'll start bending the knees and folding forward, reaching the arms, the hands are still interlaced, reaching them up to the ceiling. And just take an inhale and exhale there as you're forward folding. And then on the next inhale, gently come all the way back up. And then take the arms wide. We'll bring the right arm underneath the left and then reach the hands back towards your shoulder blades. Lifting the elbows up if you can to chest height. Stretch them back out to the side. And this time bring them in, the left arms underneath, reaching the hands back to the shoulders, shoulder blades. And then again, take back wide and release down. Take the hands to the hips, start transferring the weight into the left foot. Raise the right knee so your right thigh is parallel with the ground, and we'll start making some ankles, so feet circles with the feet. So we're getting movement into the ankles. Change direction of the circles you're making. And release the right foot down. Transfer the weight into the right leg. Slight bend in the right knee. Raise the left knee. Left thigh is parallel with the ground. And again, making circles with the left foot. Again, if you want to have a fixed point of focus to help with the balance, or you can be holding gently onto a wall or a surface to the side, but just very gentle so you're not putting too much weight into there. Change direction of the circles you're making. And release down, bring the feet back together. Take the arms wide once again. You're going to bring the right arm underneath. We're coming into Eagle Arms, Garudasana. And then the left elbow is on top of the right. If it's too much on your shoulders, just hold your shoulders there. Or the back of the palms, the hands are together, or you come in to interlace. I'll just step forward so you can see. Interlace the palms, so you can have them there or there. And then keep the shoulders, trying to work them back so they're not coming too forward. Trying to work the elbows up to chest height and the palms in the center line of your body, and pushing the forearms away from you. And then on the inhale, start reaching the hands up to the ceiling. And on the exhale, bringing the elbows to the chest, chin to chest. Look down and you're rounding your back. Inhale, reach the hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, bringing the elbows down towards the chest, chin to chest, rounding the back. One more. Inhale, reach the elbows up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring them in towards the chest, chin to chest, rounding the back. Take the arms wide. We'll do the opposite side. So the left arm's coming in underneath. Right elbows on top of the left. Palms, either the back of the hands together, or you bring in the palms to touch in prayer. Shoulders are back in the sockets. Elbows to chest height. Forearms are just reaching away from the body. And the palms are in the center line of you. Try and get the elbows to chest height. And then on the inhale, start taking the elbows up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring them into the chest, chin to chest, round the back. Inhale, elbows up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring them to the chest, chin to chest, round the back. One last time, inhale up. Exhale, bring them to the chest and round. And release down. We'll come into do tree pose, Vrikshasana again, as we did last week. So start transferring the weight to the left leg. You've got the option to gently hold on to this wall. And the right foot, so the right knee is coming out to be in line with the right side of the body, and the toes can either be on the floor, toes on the floor, heel on the left leg, on the shin, or you're bringing up to the top of that left leg, and the knees turning out to the side. Either hands on hips, prayer at the chest, or reach the hands up. Just if you are reaching the hands up, just make sure you're taking the shoulder blades back down your back so you're not hiking your shoulders up by the ears. Tuck the bottom under. Be fixed on that point of focus to help with the balance, and grounding down through the left foot. And keep breathing, deep inhales and slow exhales here. Release down, we'll change sides. Start transferring the weight into the right foot. Again, toes can either be on the floor of the left foot on the shin of the right shin or the top of the right leg. And again, that left knee is coming out to be in line with the left side of the body. Hands are on the hips, or one can be using the wall so that you'd ideally you put your right hand on the wall if you are. The hands at prayer, or again, reaching up. Just noticing that you're grounding down through all four corners of that right foot. Tucking the bottom under. Bringing the shoulders down, growing the spine tall. And bring your focus as well to the breath. So deep inhale and a slow exhale. And release down. Just notice how your body's feeling. And we'll do Garudasana legs, so eagle legs. So here you've got the option to help with the balance, to have your back, so it'll be the top of your back against the wall. So that's one option. So we'll start, so you sitting down, as if you're sitting into the chair, but not quite as low as we usually go for Utkatasana chair pose. Bring your hands on your hips. Start raising that right leg, and the toes are pointed. So the more you raise it, the further you can get it over that left leg. Bringing it over as if you're trying to cross your legs in it, you are crossing over your left leg. And then that right foot can either go to the ground on the outside of the left foot. We start wrapping it around that left shin. And you're trying to get the toes to come around and wrap around. So it's coming to the inside of the left shin. Try and grow the spine tall. So here as well, another option is you can just be gently holding on to the wall. But I would say for Garudasana, if you do want to use the wall, I would use, you'd put your back against it. Trying to get that left knee into your midline of your body. Tuck the bottom under a little bit and grow the spine tall. And a fixed point of focus again with your eyes. So just gently looking straight ahead. If you've fallen out, just try again. And release. Just shake the legs. We'll do the opposite side. So again, sitting back, not quite as deep as we go in chair pose. Start transferring the weight into the right foot. Really raise that left knee as high as you can. Point the toes and start wrapping it over, crossing it over that right leg and bringing, so the toes can either go down by the outside of the right foot or you're wrapping it round, and it can be at the back or you're trying to get the toes to the inside of the right calf. Again, to the bottom under, grow the spine tall, fixed point of focus, engage the core, and release. So that was eagle legs, Garudasana. So just come into Tadasana, standing mountain pose, take an inhale and an exhale. So strap, this is where we'll be using the strap. So you can all take hold of that. Start transferring the weight into the left foot. And again, for those that with the balance, if you want to just gently have the wall to hand, left hand in for your left hand. Raise the right knee as we did at the beginning, and we'll take the strap around the ball of the right foot. Start bringing the strap towards your body and start straightening, if you can, that right leg. Your leg can be down here, you're working it to get it to hip height. And take both ends of the strap in the right hand, so the left hand's on the hip, or using it gently to balance, just really lightly touching a wall. Hold here. This is Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. So it's the full pose is hand to big toe. So you'd be working to get in the toe, holding your big toe with your hand, right hand. Hold here, keep breathing, grounding down through that left foot, sorry. And a point of focus can be head again. On the next inhale, we're going to start working that right leg out to the side, so the same direction as your knee goes in tree pose. Again, it can be down here, your right leg, but you're working, if you can, towards hip height. Just check that your shoulder's not reaching out too far. So you're trying to keep your shoulder as much in its place as possible. Torso still facing forward. And then inhale, bring the leg back to the center where we started. Exhale, release down. Take the foot out of the strap. We'll just stand and take one inhale and exhale into Tadasana. And we'll do the same on the other side. So again, if you need to have balance, you need the wall on your right side. So we'll start raising that left foot and the knee, so the thighs parallel with the ground. Take the strap around the ball of the left foot and start working that left leg straight. So it is, sorry, I should have said this on the other side, it's better to have your legs straight and lower down with this one than higher up and bent, that raised leg. So both ends of the strap are in your left hand now. Ground down through the right foot. Fixed point of focus and grow the spine tall. Inhale and exhales. And just check you're not sticking the bottom out. If you are, just gently bring it back in. And then start taking the leg out to the side or working it out to the side again. Just know that it can be further down. Just those that have got the range can come up to hip height or work to that. Oh, balance has gone. You've got that wall if you need it for balance. Toes are flexed as well. Sorry, I should have said the toes of that raised leg facing the ceiling. And then bring back to center. And gently release down. Put the strap to one side. And bring the feet together, take an inhale and exhale. So we're going to do full eagle pose now, Garudasana. So if you found using the wall earlier helpful, do so again, just gently putting your back against it. So to begin with, take the arms out to the side, start sitting back as into a high stool, I guess. We're going to start with the right leg, so start transferring the weight into the left leg and foot. Bringing that right knee really high, crossing over and bringing the foot to where you can. And we're taking the right arm, start moving the arms, right arm is coming underneath, left elbow's in that crook of the right, and either the back of the hands are meeting or you take them to the shoulders, or you get the palms of the hands to meet. Have a fixed point of focus for your balance. Start moving, see if you can get the elbows up to chest height, moving the forearms away from your body. Keep breathing. Really try and get the breath to go slow as you can and just help with balancing and calming all the stuff that's going on in the body. So a deep inhale and through the nose and a slow exhale through the nose. Gently release. Again, bring the feet together. We'll just take an inhale and exhale here. We'll do the opposite side. So take the arms out wide, sitting back into a high stool. Start bringing that left leg really high over and wrapping around. And this time, the left arm's coming underneath. Bring into the right elbows and the crook of that left. And bringing the palms to meet or back of the hands. Try bringing the elbows chest height, pushing the forearms away. Come back to the breath. If you can, if you feel like you've got everything working, you can start trying to sit a little bit lower. Just make sure you're elongating the spine as well though, so you're not hunching too much. One last breath here. And release. Take the legs wide, the feet hip distance apart. Bend the knees, gently forward fold. Take the opposite elbow with the opposite hand and just hang ragdoll. Deep inhales and exhales. Brilliant. So gently rise up on the inhale. If you're not at the top of your mat, come to the top of your mat. And we're going to come into high crescent. So step the left foot back about 3.5, 4 feet. Ideally, you've got your heels in line with one another. Come on to the toes of that left back leg. The left back leg is straight. If 3.5, 4 feet isn't enough, go back further. Check that the right knee isn't going over that right ankle. If it is, it probably means you need to lengthen that back leg. Trying to work the right thigh parallel with the ground. Torso's facing that front right knee. Grounding down through that front right foot and the toes of the back left. Reach the arms up. So we're in high crescent. And then start taking that left foot, the heel down. So you're taking the foot out to 45 degrees angle. That's the only thing that's changing here. So we're coming into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana One. And the arms can either stay, you can either take the arms wider and look up, keep your gaze straight ahead. Or in Warrior One, you're ideally working to bring your hands to prayer above you, up above towards the ceiling. And then if there's no neck issues going on, you can start looking up to those palms. Come back to the breath, grounding down through both feet in this pose. But really feel both feet being a solid foundation. Hit the arms parallel again. Come back onto the tiptoes of that left foot. I'm going to set the left foot halfway between where it is now and the front foot. Bring the hands to prayer at the chest. And we're going to start to keep the right knee bent, that front leg. And we're going to start coming even more onto the toes of the left foot, leaning the torso forward over that right leg. And start raising the right leg up behind you, coming into Warrior Three, Virabhadrasana 3. You're trying to keep your hips parallel with the mats and torso parallel with the ground. You can now, if you want to try, start reaching your arms back, parallel, palms facing down, facing the ground, by the side of your body, reaching back towards that raised back leg. Really reach the back leg away from you. That will help with the balance a little. And then on the next inhale, gently step that left foot to the front next to your right. Release the arms. Inhale and exhale. We'll do the other side. Step the right foot back 3.5 or 4 feet, or if you've got longer legs, further. Start bending that left knee. Just check it's not going over the left ankle and the knees tracking the toes. Trying to work to get that left thigh leg parallel with the mat. Come on to the the toes of the right back foot. Just tuck the bottom under. Raise the arms up. Look up if you want to in high crescent. Back leg straight. Push the heel away, that back foot. Just check your shoulders are down. Elongating the spine. And then keep your hands where they are. Start taking that right heel down. Take the right foot 45 degrees. So you're into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Here you can either have the arms wide, gaze ahead, hands in prayer, still raised above your head. And then gently looking up to the prayers, the hands. Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. And then back on the toes of that back right foot. Hands to prayer at the chest. Bringing that right foot halfway between where it is now and the front foot. Keep the left knee bent. Start transferring the weight into that left foot and leg. And start reaching the torso forwards, trying to get it parallel with the ground. At the same time, that right leg starts reaching back off the ground to come to hip height. Trying to get your torso parallel with the ground and the hips level. And again, if you want to start reaching the hands back by the side of the body, palms facing down. And if you want to, you can start working that standing leg straighter. And then release down. And breathe, inhale and exhale. Reach the arms up to the ceiling and then sweep them downward, forward folding, Uttanasana, come all the way down. Hands are framing both feet. We're going to step back to downward facing dog. So left foot, then right, push the bottom up to the ceiling, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, feet at hip distance apart. Knees can be bent. Just check that your fingers are really spread on your hands to take the weight. So you're distributing your weight evenly between your hands and your feet. If you're working your heels down to the mat, if your knees are straight, just take the heels slightly, turn them slightly out away so you can't see the heels as you look back. Engage your core and look back towards your tummy. Push the bottom up further to the ceiling. And then come forward to plank. Spread the shoulder blades, really engage the core. Hold here for a few breaths. Take the knees down. And we're going to bring the right knee in line with the right hand. Turn the right foot out so it's behind the right knee. Left foot comes in line with that right hand, right knee. You can either have the foot facing forward or turn it out so it's all in line as well with the hand, knee, and the hand and the knee. Reach the arm up there. If you've got knee issues, pad the knee. Come up. And we're coming to gate pose. So we're going to reach that left hand down the left leg. So it can either stay on the thigh, towards the shin, wherever's comfortable. And then bring the right arm up to the ceiling. Gaze is looking forward or up towards that raised hand. And release. We'll change sides. So bring the left knee down. Right foot's going out. So you've got the foot facing out. Or you can turn it in, whichever feels most comfortable. We'll take the left hand down first. We'll do that stretch there. So then raise the right hand to the ceiling. And then gently come up. Reach the right hand down the leg so it can stay on the thigh. Or reach towards the shin. And then reach the left hand up to the ceiling. Looking forward or looking up towards that raised hand. And release. We're going to do camel pose. So those of you where your knees are really hurting, and there's a few of you, if it's way too much even with the padding, then do Bhujanga. I'll show you Cobra, remind you of Cobra or Sphinx in a moment, so you can do that as a back bend. So camel is a back bend, Ustrasana. So knees are hip distance apart. Grow the spine tall, tuck the bottom under slightly. We're going to curl the toes under so your heels are slightly raised closer towards you. And start just pushing your hips almost slightly forward, not too much, but slightly forward. And we'll take the hands down behind, so if you're putting them in your jeans pockets. So the base, the top of your hand sits at the top of your bottom of your back. And start raising the chest up to the ceiling. And then over, so it's up to the ceiling and then over and back. So I always imagine it as if you're trying to jump over a high jump bar. Coming back, just stop when it feels it's enough. And for those of you that have got the range, you can start reaching one hand back, so the left hand back to the left heel, and then the right hand back to the right heel. Keep pushing the pelvis forward. You keep there. I'm just going to quickly remind people of Cobra. If it's too much, when you want to come out of camel, just put your hands back to the small of your back to come out gently. So the others for the back bend. Cobra is you're on your tummy, legs are hip distance apart, on the palms, and start raising that back up. Pelvis is really connecting with the ground. Not too much engagement in the legs. And you can raise up, or Sphinx, you down your elbows. And that'll be a good back bend. Come out for those that are in camel still, gently taking one hand to the lower back side. Do one more of those. So just take an inhale, that's everything. Just bring the arms to your side. Take an inhale and exhale. Again, if you've got come onto your toes and raise the heels. Again, hands are as if you've got those pockets, jeans pockets. Bring the elbows, try to get the elbows almost to meet or reach. They won't, but that's what you're aiming for. Inhale the chest up to the ceiling, up and back, start reaching the head back. And then this time, if you want to, you can, right hand to the right foot, left hand. Keep pushing the pelvis forward and reaching the chest as if you're trying to reach it to the ceiling. That will give you more extension out of your back, so you're not crunching too much in the lower back. Really good pose for lots of things here. The back, nervous system, calming things down. And gently come out, bring the hands back to the small of the back. We'll come into child's pose, so bringing the knees together, come the bottom to the heels, forehead to the mat, arms are by the side of the body. Take some inhales and exhales, we're in Balasana child's pose. And then gently sit up, bring the legs to the front of you, sitting staff pose, so Dandasana. So both the legs are together. Both the legs are together, really trying to push the thighs into the mat and growing the spine tall, toes are pointing to the ceiling. It's a really active seated pose. Hands are gently by the side of you, growing the spine tall. Sorry, I should have said, if you want your strap, just gently bring it to the side. We're going to do a forward fold. We'll do one without the strap and then you'll try with the strap. So really inhale, we'll take the arms up towards the ceiling. And then on the exhale, really hinge from the hips. Start stretching the spine. I always trying to imagine that you're trying to get your back concave seems to help with really extending the back. Reach the arms forward. And then bring them to either the thighs, the shins, wherever they reach, or the feet. But as soon as you can feel your back rounding, bring the hands back. So again, we're trying to get that back extension. So best is to have your hands on your thighs and really stretching the back out, then reach your feet and your back's curved. Taking the elbows to the side if you are touching your feet. And come back. We'll try another variation is if you bend your knees so your feet are closer to your body, and you can try holding your feet and then gently sliding the feet away from you, but really keep that back extension. You want to try that variation too. Keep breathing. Check that the legs are straight here. Again, though, the hands can be resting on the shin or the thighs. And then come back, sit up tall. And we'll try with the strap around the balls of the feet. So you've got equal sides of the strap either side. Take an end of the strap in each hand. Grow tall. And then start reaching the back through. You can take your hands further down the strap towards the feet. So if you've got tight hamstrings, this is a good one to do. If you're watching television, listening to the radio, with the strap, it'll just help start opening those up a little bit. And release. Strap can go to one side. So that was Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Bring the soles together, soles of the feet will just come into Baddha Konasana. Hold onto your ankles. We'll sit up tall. And again, we'll reach the chest forward. And then come up tall once more. And this time we'll round the head to the knees. Sorry, the head to the feet. And come up. Coming onto our backs. Bend the knees, bring the feet as close as you can to your bottom. Knees are hip distance apart and palms are facing down on the ground. Chin and chest, you're imagining you've got that tennis ball there. And then on the inhale, we're going to start raising the pelvis up to the ceiling. We're coming into bridge. So you're imagining one vertebrae at a time, raising up. Pelvis is up to the ceiling. Just check you keep the knees aren't splaying out, so you're keeping those thighs and knees parallel with one another, hip distance apart. Hold at the top. Inhale and exhale. And on the next exhale, slowly start lowering one vertebrae at a time, starting around the shoulder blade area. Mid-back, lower back. Just check that your head's not tipped back a bit. So bring it close to the chest, with imagining that small ball there. And then on the inhale, start raising the pelvis up again. One vertebrae at a time until you're on the shoulder blades. Hold at the top for breath. Engaging the glutes, the bottom. And exhale, slowly lower one vertebrae at a time from the upper back into the mid-back, lower back, bottom. We'll do one last time. Inhale, straight up. Check the knees and legs are parallel with one another, hip distance apart. Hold. And exhale down slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Take both legs long. Bring the right knee to the chest and interlace the hands around the shin. Imagining, and you're trying to get, as if you're trying to get your right knee into your right armpit. The toes of the left foot are flexed, facing the ceiling. And again, you've still got that chin slightly towards the chest, not on the chest. So the ball between the chin and the chest. And release that right leg. Bring the left knee to the, as if you're trying to work the left knee into the left armpit. I'm sorry, I can't resist telling you this. One of my yoga teachers told me this is a good wind removing pose. So if any of you ever have trapped wind, this is a winner. I'm sure lots of you know this who've got babies actually, because this is a pose for babies, isn't it? Release that left leg down and bring both knees to the chest. Take the arms around them, bring the forehead to the knees. And then keep the knees where they are. Release the back and the arms down onto the mat. Just take the knees slightly further away from you so the calves are parallel with the mat. Take the arms out to a T shape. Palms are facing down. So the arms are to your sides at shoulder height. And then we're going to start taking the right knees over to both knees over to the right side. We'll come into a twist. So just let them rest where you can. Trying to keep both shoulders on the mat. And if it's comfortable to do so, you can start looking over towards that left hand. Inhale and exhale. And then on the next inhale, gently really engage the core to bring those knees back to the center. And then we'll take the knees over to the left. And start, if you can, looking over towards that right hand. Trying to keep both shoulders on the mat. And then bring back to the center. Keep the knees again still where they are. Just take them slightly wider, and you can either hold the back of your thighs and start working the knees towards the mat, or come into happy baby to take the outside. So hold with your hands, take the outside of the feet. So left hands at the outside of the left foot. Still the knees still bent, and you're trying to work the knees to the mat. You can either stay static or just start working into the back. Just check again that your head's not tipped back. Imagining you've got a tennis ball between your chin and your chest. And you can rock from side to side. Really good to get into the lower back and the mid back. And release the legs down, flop open, wider than hip distance, coming into Shavasana. Flop the arms wider than you, palms are facing up. Just let the feet hang really loose, close the eyes. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last time, inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Let your whole body start feeling heavy. On the inhale, imagine in the inhales feeling the whole length of the body. And on the exhale, all the waste is coming out of the body. Inhale, the whole breath, imagine, feel it filling the whole of the body. Exhale, feel the body growing heavier. Inhale, the breath's filling the whole length of the body. Exhale, the body's feeling heavier, going into the ground. One last time. Come onto your left side, roll onto your left side, bend the knees. Bring your left arm, your right arms are in front of you. Gently push up. Come to seated. Roll the shoulders back. And that's today done. Namaste.